Hello, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. I'm starting here entirely because all of the default thumbnails for the videos for this game are green because of this area, and I thought that was funny. That's not what I show, it's just what it shows in the file search, but today there are two monsters that I'm going to aim for. They want me to kill a Rathalos. I want to kill a Rathalos. If it's still the reward plus after I finish Gammoth and Mizustune, and both of those take less than 40 minutes, I will do a Rathalos. I'm going to start with the Gammoth because it's the one that I think will take the longest. Last time I fought it, I felt that it would be a good idea to do Adept, but I have since tried Adept on other monsters, and I really don't like Adept. It's not how I play. So, I'm going to try it again with Aerial and see how it goes. I think last time I did it with, Alchemy. So this might actually go a lot better. Because I'll be able to mount it, knock it down, and all that. Combiner High and Black Belt. It's actually pretty good. They don't really seem to use the bread that's off to the left of the fondue. It's definitely a cold area. Because it's Gammoth. Where else would it be? I like this. I like these cutscenes. They're pretty... Okay, the cave in the middle of a Gammoth is pretty good. I really hope whoever thought of this cutscene is proud of it. That's very funny. It's a good joke. The silly monkeys think it's a cave, and then... very good. I think it could also be funny if it made a reference to the fear of mice. Which the fear of mice, like, the Mythbusters tested it. Mythbusters are not perfectly scientifically... Their science is not always perfect. They make obvious mistakes sometimes, but that's one that seemed relatively convincing. Because they pulled a coconut off of it, off of a mouse, and that caused elephants to freak out. Then they pulled a coconut without a mouse under it, they didn't freak out. Now, maybe it's not true, maybe there's other factors that they didn't control, I don't know. But it's still such a... The fact that there was a chance, and maybe some disproven sense, because that's an old show by now. But the fact that there was any amount of supporting evidence is remarkable to me. Because it's such a weird idea that they're actually kind of afraid. I still don't know My assumption is the snow being broken off the tail is good. It took a while before that started the need to protect against the mount attack component. Okay, the camera is so broken. Cancel it. Okay, at least got the charge. That's the most important component. Because as long as I have the charge, I'm at least fine. I'm playing it safe. I don't want to consume the cleanser. I think it's the cleanser that would clear off the ice. I'm here for the tail. Give me the tail. Because I know you can clear the snow off of it by hitting it. How did it release snow like that? Like, I'm assuming, okay, cleanser is this, nullberry is ice effect. That makes sense. I'm fully focusing on the tail, because I want to know if you can break it, if you can cut it. It's definitely not a tail cut, though. There's no way. Like, it could be clear the snow, and then you can get a tail break. And that would make sense to me. And I just want to learn if that's possible without searching. I want to figure it out via playing the game in this context. That was actually a good miss. I didn't go quite far enough though. I actually didn't expect it to reach that far. I really hope that there's a Palico outfit. Okay, that's kind of zero warning for that effect. I hope there's a Palico outfit that gives a snowman. Or makes them into a snowman. Because they already have that animation. And just applying that at all times shouldn't be too bad. Obviously then if you get snowballed or snowmaned here, it's less obvious, but I just want a snowman Palico. You stupid Giaprey. It's not limping, right? It's just struggling to walk because it's a giant mammoth. Because if there's no way it has that low of an HP. It just walks weirdly. Walking weirdly makes more sense. I like monsters like this where you don't really need to worry about paintballs. Like, paintballs aren't that annoying. I forget them all. I forget to reapply them all the time. But... oh, did I pick up the item on the ground? If I didn't, oh well, it's too late. If I go back to that zone and it's still there, I'll grab it. I like the monster though. Like, it's a fun, fairly simple, but fun take on a woolly mammoth. Oh, did I break its face already? How is it? Like, it has a crack in its face. Is its face that weak or something? Or is that like something that occurred from breaking the tail, getting the snow off of the tail? Well, that's actually ideal. That hit didn't do that much damage and it cleared the snow for free. Yeah, either it always has a crack on its face, which would be interesting, or it has a very weak face. Oh, that's always way bigger than I expect. I like the color scheme too. It's a fun... Like, there's a lot that's good about Gammoth. It's not like the best monster in the game. I still really like Malfestio, but I'm beginning to feel like probably the only value on the tail is the drop you can get. Thank you, you finally did something helpful. Like, I'm assuming you break the snow once and that's the only real value. And anything else is just damage, but we'll go for a little longer. No, good try. How did that cover all of its legs? That was kind of lucky. It's a fairly slow monster, and its main danger is how much of an AoE it applies, which is kind of a bit less interesting. Like, it's mostly just a big AoE, and if it didn't have the crazy huge AoE, it wouldn't be very threatening. Which is also kind of like saying, if Rathalos didn't shoot fireballs, it wouldn't be very threatening, but... Yep, I saw that coming. I knew that was what was going to happen. For once. But now is the time to focus a leg. Because if I focus a leg, and I break a leg, then I can successfully stagger it and knock it over. That was close. Okay, something broke, which is good. It's weird to say something broke, which is good. Because generally when something breaks, it's bad. Okay, a horn broke, I think. Now it's definitely limping. There's no way that's not the limp. No way. Can temporarily get sidetracked, go through zone 8. See if there's an item still on the ground that I can grab. If the item was there, there's a chance that my Palicos picked it up, I think. Or it despawned. I'm not certain about the Palicos picking stuff up. Yeah. I wonder if that first encounter, random chance event urgent thing, whether it's a stronger version, because I'm using the exact same gear I used last time, and I'm just using aerial instead of alchemical. I'm gonna just go for this. Wonderful. Actually a pretty good start. This is actually the best wake up I've ever gotten in this game, because I had the time to do 2 full element discharges. That's mostly because this is a very slow monster. Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, there's no way that has the same HP as that earlier encounter, because that was so much quicker. Oops, what a waste of a Mega Potion. Nice and cozy. I need trunk spines. Shell. Like from its face, is that being called a shell? It has very defined, I guess, like hips. Or like the fur along at the pelvis area. The spine is very defined, except for this part where it's like, I guess I'm assuming it's a globe of fat, because it's, something that lives in the cold, so it would make sense. Sort of like a camel. The camel things, I think, are very fatty. Pelt. Red fur. Shell, red fur. Oh, shell from a leg. I guess like the sharp fangs were stuck in the Gammoth's legs or something? Or it was the dead small monsters? That was fun though. I enjoy that. Now it's Mizustune time. And given the time it is right now, I'll probably do Mizustune and then Rathalos. If and only if Rathalos is a recommended again. I wonder if it's fake food. Like Japanese restaurants and Japanese sushi restaurants apparently make fake food representations, and apparently it takes a lot of time to learn how to make like fake sushi and making it just perfect. Okay. What are you gonna teach me? The better demon riot. Yep, nothing of any value. I know Poke was the one that requested that. That makes sense. I was worried about yet another quest. Oh yeah, and then these people are just gonna say random garbage that's worthless. But oh, you took down the Gammoth. I'm actually gonna see if there's any. I don't think there's anything I want. Because I'm pretty sure I've already checked. Ooh, I can't even make it. That means maybe it's good. Be a Gammoth was cold-blooded, which is probably kind of nice. But only as like a bonus. Probably not a primary. I need to go back to Kokoto to pick up a sword in a stone. I need to remember right now to do that. After the cat tendant stuff. I don't know what the purpose of this is. So basically, I can use Elder Dragon Bones to collect materials that are used for some gear? Probably? I'm gonna go grab the sword from Kokoto though, I forgot. It's behind the house, which actually I should have gone here. But yeah, I figured it wouldn't. I just don't know where the house is. Okay, so it's behind the house. It's a sword and shield. Clearly a... I mean, that must be a Zelda reference, right? Which is in turn a sort of Excalibur reference? Sort of. Well, sort of Excalibur is not that wrong. It might not be Excalibur, it might be Caliburn? Caliburn. Or Caliburn sword. The whole Excalibur thing is very confusing because there's two separate swords. Excalibur might be the sword of the sword in the stone, and maybe the other sword in the King Arthur myth. Yeah, the sword given by the Lady of the Lake and the sword in the stone are separate swords traditionally. Which is kind of confusing. Well, Mizustune should be pretty easy. I say because of the fact that I have fought it in other installments of this series. Still medium at most. Where would this be? M Peaks. It's definitely not in the cold, right? I can't... there's too many nondescript names. M Peaks is the one with the marsh at the top, I think. What a friendly, aggressive monster. Doesn't even eat the cats that showed up right in front of it. Though the usual thing with the idea of cats and stuff. It always crosses my mind because of whatever reason. Cats being carnivores, they probably don't taste the best. My assumption is 6, but I'll go to 7 first. Like, cats probably don't taste great because carnivores are less likely to taste good because where they are on the food chain or various things. What? It said it was right here, right in front of me. What a lie. Actually, I'm gonna be able to break the back fairly effectively with aerial style, aren't I? I'm just confused. You Bullfango. Nobody likes you, Bullfango. Everyone wants you to get hit by a Mizustune. That hitbox felt bad. This game is very weird. It's weird that that was not enough to... The fact that it didn't give a mount is very odd. That's the mount. I really like these mounts. Like, my limited mounting experience in World, it doesn't have the same impact, I missed, as this. Like, they don't go quite as crazy. Most of the time, I think. And I think that's kind of a shame. Ooh. Bubbles. Greed. I think the coloration is a lot better in this game. Rise, I don't think it's quite as distinct. Like, they don't I don't remember them turning quite this red. And like, the red is very vivid. And I think that's a good thing. It just keeps moving. And I don't want to have to sheath constantly because I don't have quick sheath. But I should just sheath. I should accept that this game is frustrating and that this Mizustune is going to keep moving and I have to sheath to be able to hit it ever. Tail whip. Oh. Water jet. Why was that the attack it went for? I'm just feeling very impatient because it just moves around so much. And having to chase a monster around is always my least favorite part of these games. Because chasing them kinda... It's like, oh, sheath, chase, get 2 hits. Sheath, chase, get 2 hits because they're constantly moving. Which is why some monsters... Like, Glavenus moves a fair bit from when I fought it. But it wasn't... annoying. Mizustune is an annoying amount of movement. In my opinion. Greedy couple of hits. Primary focus is on the back. Because I know that's breakable. Is it broken? Yes, it is. Good. Somehow... Sorry. Somehow that was a Superman? That should not have been a Superman and I should have gotten hit. Please excuse the cough. It was an unexpected cough. That bubble doesn't make sense. It clearly hit the ground. Even worse, it clearly clipped through the ground. It does kind of go easy. It doesn't go as aggressively as Rise, I think. Like, the Rise version's definitely more... It has a couple more obnoxious attacks. You know what? This is what I say to you, Mizustune. I would rather harvest mushrooms. Do ice and water do the same thing? Or is water slower recharge, ice is faster drain? They're both just blue on the bar. I think it might be slightly different shade of blue, but they are both just blue on the bar. And so obviously there's an impact on stamina, I'm not sure. What the... Obviously I know what happened. I don't know why it happened. Like, I don't know why that jump counted as like a ledge jump for some reason. Whereas water slower recharge. You know, yeah, I said water with slower recharge, and it is, compared to normal at least. I love getting comboed by bubbles. I'm gonna be in stun, maybe? I'm not. Weird. I got hit 3 times in very rapid succession, but maybe the bubbles don't count. Which would be kind of generous. making it so the bubbles don't count. Like, this is one of those things where the people... Mizusune's not the hardest monster in the game. It's still one of those things where being able to move while healing is not really that crazy of a change. Because it's still like, oh, you just get big openings and you heal during them for a reasonable number of monsters. Just heal bubble? No, give me the bubble. I don't know if these actually heal or not. I didn't even get to learn. Especially in these games where they sort of, most monsters operate with a clear like 45-degree-ish angle in which they can attack, and if they're not lined up correctly they will adjust, giving you even more time to heal. It just crosses my mind when it's that easy to heal that, like, it really isn't that big of a change. Again, like Sacred. Healing on Sacred, healing on Palamutes, that's a different story. But being able to shuffle about while healing, that's not really a immense change. It's impactful, but it's not like, oh no, now healing is trivial. It's just one of those weird things people complain about. I think it should mount soon. The tail is broken, right? Yeah. It gets that high pressure beam really close to its own tail. It actually gets very close to potentially risking minor injury. Minor because it would presumably know when to stop shooting the water beam when it starts hitting itself. Oh wow, that was very quick. Good thing I didn't have to capture it, because I didn't think it was limping at any point in that fight. Pretty fun. It's a good monster overall, still. As long as the Rathalos is still recommended, I'll go kill it, or try to kill it. Because I want that Rathalos armor set. Though I'm going to have stuff to interact with for the purposes of quests first, which might take too long to make it, and make it not worth doing the Rathalos right now, because I don't want to go too long, and the Rathalos will take a fairly long time. Quit y'all whining. Stop yelling at me. Ooh, I like that color because it's distinct. Tree stump. So then we have a new quest to pick up. I guess I have to talk to Yukumo and then I'll get the actual urgent. Please be Demon Riot. Nope. I mean, these guys, I don't know. They kind of don't have anything of value to say here. Actually, I don't know what the Mizustune gear does. I'm fairly confident it won't benefit what I'm doing, but... it's still kind of... burnt looking bamboo shoots? Maybe it's like a red, orange bamboo. That's presumably going to be from the cat... oh, I can't remember the pun. Catendant? Catendant. Good. Now I can get the Glavenus quest. It's definitely Glavenus, yep. It's interesting that Glavenus is still a low rank quest and not a high rank. I'm gonna ignore these people. They're all worthless. They have nothing worth saying. Yep. I could do the urgent. I like that art. Ever the tail. But instead it's Rathalos time because it's a reward plus and I want the armor. And if I can get the armor, it'd be great. D Island. D Island has no hot areas, I believe. Which means that first I'll use this as the basis. No, this is the basis. I just bought flash bombs, that's easy. Then I can take flash bombs. Then I can take bomb casings. I probably don't need 30. Then I can look for bugs. I can bring 30, and I have as many flash bombs as I need. Just want to check something. I can bring, I can bring 10. Yes, it's 10 flash bugs, which is good. Which also means for now, I don't want to bring, I just want to bring as many as I need. And now I have 15 flash bombs, which is very easy. Which means that I can use some fairly Lamelos. I can use some fairly with abandon. I can just waste them to a certain extent. I have effectively 17 flash bombs, 2 of which are free. I definitely want to make sure I paintball though. Yeah, whenever it's in the air, I didn't eat. Too late now. I could abandon and come back. That's a waste of time. I'm going straight to 8 on the assumption that that's where it will be. If it isn't there, then I'm going to go through 10, 9, 5, 6, 4, 2. 6, 4, 3, 2. 8 just seems like the most likely place to me. 8 or 6, really. They feel like the most likely. Correct. Roar. I don't know if it's ever worth Supermaning to get through a roar. I feel like there's a chance that it is. I'm intentionally not using the element discharge because I don't have enough gauge built up to be able to attack after, and I don't have gauge on energy charge to attack after, so it is an intentional decision. Oh, yeah, I thought I would go over the tail that time. That was garbage, but I should have expected it. Given that the aerial hitboxes are trash in Rise, which is 2 games later. They're not trash. The aerial hitboxes are serviceable in Rise. Take off. Take off. Yeah, I think this might be, I don't know, pretty easy Rathalos just in general. I think Rathalos... Oh no. Rathalos in other things where I've not been bothering with actually properly using the... I hate this game. Okay, sure, that's where it lands for some reason. But not properly making use of flash bombs. Of course it's a harder fight. That's kind of trash, being stuck against a wall, and perma-stunned. That was not visible to it, apparently. Despite the fact that the flash bomb operates off of the principle of light. And light tends to travel pretty far. Turn around. I was leaving. Yeah, flash bombs help a lot. Kind of wish I could just throw it straight to the floor. Maybe there's a way to do that. Maybe I ignored a control they established earlier in the game. You know what? You deserve this. I love jumping over the tail. Garbage hitbox on that. I was above its hip and its tail hit me somehow. Some of the hitboxes are pretty bad. The vertical hitboxes in particular. Somehow that missed. Pretty good. I don't like in all these games how getting a tail cut off instantly makes it so that the monster's right as rain and they can just stand up instantly. I know gameplay wise sort of why it happens. Because it's like a phase shift and it's a different state, so it resets how the monster is or whatever, but I don't think if I was writhing on the floor in pain or confusion that if my leg got cut off I'd suddenly be able to keep fighting or something. Like I think I would still be writhing on the floor in pain. This is kind of a goofy... Okay, good. It's gonna leave. Yeah, flashbangs. Flash bombs make this so much simpler. I wonder if you can flash it out of it leaving. That would be good to learn. I should give it a chance. I should wait a minute, let it sleep. Yeah, it's so easy compared to my memories of like base rise. Okay, it didn't go to sleep. Like base rise, Rathalos is rough. Like it's actually a fairly dangerous monster in my opinion. But again, I never properly used flash bombs. So that might be a big part of why. I'm gonna try it. Oh, it's running or it's not gonna fly? Oh, it, well, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Definitely not confusing. Okay, this should be lethal if I get a good... and I don't get shifted to another zone. Or jump over to the wing. Yep. It's a fun monster overall. I actually really like it with actually using flash bombs makes it pretty fun to fight. Because you just flash it out of the air and it dies. I don't know why in Rise in World I never bothered with flash bombs. I think it's probably because it never really felt that necessary. But Generations Ultimate has like Nibble Snarf that eats bombs and like fun interactions like that. And I think that's made me want to actually try to interact with these like flashing flying monsters out of the air, stuff like that. Because those fun interactions exist. And for all I know, Nibble Snarf might be the only one. I can't actually think of any other examples off the top of my head. But the fact that that exists is enough to make me like feel like, yeah, I should put in the effort to actually use appropriate items for these monsters. And that's a good thing. Does it make the fight easier? Yeah. Does it make it less obnoxious? 100%. Because it flies a lot. Okay, a bunch of random junk talk. So, I think the arms were one of the highest priority. Because they're the ones... No, it's the waist. Yeah, 2 points, 2 points. That's 5 points for the whole thing. I should at least... No, yeah, this one I should make. Yeah, the Mizustune is bubble. Which bubble is... I assume resistance to bubble. Ah, no. You get bubbles and you can dodge better. Cool. Yeah, any more Rathalos. More webbing for the male. I am gonna swap out the Tetsukabra. I can have less max HP because of it. But with this equipped, I should now have... attack up? Yeah, attack up small, which is at least something. Boosting my attack to 140 from 130. Which is a fairly large increase. And I can also make... Ooh, it's an attack drill level 2 that I can't make because it needs wing talons. Okay, so I need to farm Rathalos even more for that. So yeah, that's what I'll do in the future. I won't focus that right now. It'll probably be on over the weekend, but... And the weekend's far away now. And by the time I get this done, I might be done with more, but it's probably not a waste of time. I can get that. I'll get more attack. Yeah, the Rathalos, I need scales, shells, a lot of stuff. And I'll be able to get more attack up, tenderizer, I'll do better damage, it'll be nice. I'll just skim through this while I'm here. I can talk to him because there's actually a chance he has something useful to say. No, he has nothing useful. He's worthless. Oh, maybe he has something useful? What triggers these hunter arts? Like, did that Rathalos quest trigger it? I'm going to Yukumo because there's a chance that it's actually a meaningful interaction because it was for the Rathalos hunt. It's a new ingredient, which means that I now need to go back to Burna. I should go to the Palco Ranch, that might actually matter. I'm now getting distracted. I'll do that when I come back next time, I think. And I say that, but I'm going to do it right now. Okay, no, I can respect peanuts with waffles. I don't know if it'd be good, but waffles with eggplant I would have said was weird. Waffles with crab, borderline. Waffles with salami, weird. Waffles with a roast, weird. Not bad, just weird. What does Yukumo have to say? Oh, they probably have another quest for me, don't they? I'm never interacting with this unless it's strictly necessary for crafting something. I hate it. It's annoying. This trade might actually be done, which is why I'm checking this. Yep, mite seeds. I actually think this trade system's pretty decent. Because it has a... It seems like it has a better return, basically. I wonder if it's worth doing wet fish. I don't know how wet fish compared to whetstones. But for bombs, I should be running sap plants. I don't know if there's anything here I should run. For now, I kind of want to run something that I might not have. You don't think I have what I was hoping to run. No, I'm just silly. I can definitely run adamant seeds. Gotta start collecting those now, so that when I eventually actually use them, I will be able to just use it with abandon. Bye. So Yukumo is going to be another person in the hot spring. I hope it's not a third Rathalos hunt. I do have to hunt Rathalos again, so it wouldn't actually be that bad. I just think it'd be... it's probably just a ticket. Yep. It's a footpath, but these felines are swimming in it? That's improper use of a footpath. Goofy. Well, here's where I stop for today. Next time, it will be Glavenus. The Glavenus should be fine. And then it will unlock 6-star. Before I might do these. I might do Glavenus and then do these Prowler quests. And that might be all that I do next time. That's probably what I'll do. I've been delaying the Prowlers because I'm not in the mood for small monster Prowler quests. I want like break the Great Macaw's head, those types of quests. Because those are at least kind of interesting. They're not super interesting, but like this is kind of fun. There's something appealing about this. Yet another small monster quest? But maybe this is the only Prowler quest. Maybe it unlocks a fun one. I'll do it next time after I finish the urgent. So, have a nice day. Bye-bye.